It's Monday morning, 6 AM. Just time for a quick upper body strength training session ahead of a bike session, courtesy of Ed Laverack. Looks quite disgusting. 3 sets of 13 minutes at threshold, with the final 5 minutes of each 13 minutes on 40/20s. 5 pause rotating pull-ups. I'm 7 minutes in to the third set of Ed Laverack's blocks. It comprises 8 minutes at zone 3 to 4. I've been in the lower end of zone 4, straight into 40/20s. It's a good workout. We've got about 35 seconds until the final set of 40/20s. Here we go. Now, Twenty seconds recover. Final set. Now, oh, hard. I'm quite pleased with that, because the 20-second sprints were meant to be at 120% of FTP, which is about 350. And I reckon there I was in the 330 to 335% range. I kind of 360 to 400 on average, and I sustain that over all 3 blocks, and I only had 4 minutes rest between blocks rather than 5. So a hard session, but a good one. Cheers, Ed.
Well, it's a beautiful morning, albeit a little bit cold, and I think there's going to be a storm this weekend, so it's very likely that I'm not going to be able to race outside. Anyway, right now, awaiting me is a 35-minute effort courtesy of Ed Laverack. It's 35 minutes at 270 to 275 watts, i.e. up to 94% of FTP, and every 4 minutes I intersperse that with a 20-second burst at 120% of FTP, around about 350 watts. But first, as always, it's cold coffee, amino acids, and a bit of H2O. Cheers.
Okay, just about to start a 35-minute effort. And Ed has stipulated that I either need to stay on the hoods or the drops for the whole effort. So I've selected Tempest Fusion flat to avoid having lots of changes in gradient. I'm going to try the full 35 minutes on the drops. That's actually a little bit harder for me than the hoods. When you do a lot of Zwifting, you get quite used to riding in an upright position, where for me it's easier to put down the power. So I'm going to try to do the full 35 minutes, including the 20-second sprints on the drops here. Okay, here we go. 3 seconds now. Just trying to focus on getting into a lovely rhythm early on. Even pedal stroke, nice rotation, pulling back as well as pushing down. Just trying to find a seat position that makes sense. So I'm going to report back. Coming up for the final sprint at 350. This is very hard actually. I've been in the 250 to 280 range on the 4-minute segments, and 330 to 360 on the sprints. I'm going to do the final sprint for 40 seconds rather than 20. Here we go. Ready? There's 40. And that's the 35 minutes. Heart rate peaks at probably about 180. I found that really hard today. Because I didn't sleep very well last night. Had a headache all yesterday and this morning. And also when you're on the drops, I noticed when racing outside that the power is a bit lower, but I guess the aerodynamics are better. Well, they are. And if you're doing a lot of Zwifting like this, you're putting down a lot of power, but when you go outside you'll take more air resistance. That's what I found in the crits. So I feel good. So I've got the full 35 minutes done on the drops. Cheers Ed, as ever. Looks easier on paper than it is in reality. I think that's going to be a recurring theme. And that definitely felt like a progression on the training that Ed set for me outdoors last week, where I completed 2 blocks of 25 minutes at circa 225 watts, and every 2 minutes I had a 30-second sprint at circa 380 to 420 watts. Clearly there was 2 blocks and therefore 50 minutes of hard work rather than 35 here, but this felt harder because you're going on for 10 minutes extra in the 1 block, and also you're not dropping down to as low a wattage during the 4-minute efforts. You know, it's harder to sustain that 250 to 280 watts and then spike than it is to kind of recover at 225 or so. And the lactic acid in the legs was quite magnificent. The relentless quest for more WKG continues. I'm back in a gym, deadlifting for the first time in 8 days. The initial deadlift reps have gone up really nice and fast with good form at 60, 70, 80 and a 2 reps at 90. Here's one at 95. hoping to get up towards 100. The lower back is feeling really good. Yeah, that was alright. Aiming now for 1 at 100. For a lot of people that's not a huge weight in the gym, but for me personally, it's quite a significant benchmark. Not exactly quick, the knees went in a little bit, so not 100% pretty, but I'll take it. And now for the third single rep at 100. I'm hoping that with the nervous system fully fired up, this one will go up a little bit quicker with the knees out over the toes. Don't think that was any better than the last two. I'm really loving these safety bar squats. They're perfect for the mind-muscle connection because they allow you to go lovely and deep with a beautiful straight back and upright chest, and you can really feel the movement through the hamstring, glute and quad, which is exactly where you want to be feeling it. So here's 5 pause reps with 35 kilograms added to the bar. Not quite sure what the bar weighs. Well, that was a lovely feel-good strength training session, and today I feel so much more relaxed than the same time last week, and really all of last week, where I was feeling quite apprehensive and tense as to whether or not I'd be able to get that extra point to take me from Cat 4 to Cat 3, and I guess that comes back down to mentality and psychology. I knew that I'd got the power and the strength and the stamina to score well in a Cat 4 race, you know, having done it on a number of occasions before, and still I doubted myself. I wondered, you know, would I keep letting myself down? And even during a race I was wondering, well, will I settle for kind of 8th, 9th or 10th place and just scrape that point or two? So really do need to make a lot of effort to kind of learn to trust in the training, learn to trust in my kind of strength and ability, and actually have some confidence in myself to place a little bit better. So glad I'm not racing today. I guess it probably would have been cancelled. And we haven't even had the really fast and violent bits yet. So in terms of my post-workout nutrition, nothing's really changed. It's a protein shake with almond milk and blueberries. My predictability has literally no bounds. I think the point's been made.